All right, all my gnarly ones. We are back here in the booth. Well, we kind of got things sorted out. According to the rule book, we had a mass lag out here of 4 drivers at the same exact time. So because of that, since it was before the final stage, the rule book says to re-rack them. So that's what they're doing right now. They are rerunning qualifying. And as they are rerunning qualifying, we are getting fired back up here in the booth for attempt number 2. So I still got K-Bart here with me. K-Bart, say hi.
Yep. Hi.
And we were just waiting for these guys to finish up qualifying. Some of the drivers are happy, some of them are not. But it's in the rule book, so it's cut and dry. And if we have one of these mass lagouts again tonight, the race will unfortunately have to be rescheduled. But we're going to give it one more shot here for you guys, as they are still in qualifying. But K-Bart, after those first few stages we saw, all of stage number 1 and a little bit of stage number 2, what did you see tonight that you liked? What drivers impressed you the most? What is there anything you didn't like? Let us know how you feel about the laps that we saw already.
Man, yeah, I'll give you what I like when I didn't like. What I liked, I like to see Ballistic up there. That was pretty impressive seeing them up front, as well as Robster and OG. They were very well, having a great race. And they were up front of everybody who before they lagged out. And what I didn't like was 704. They can't. I mean, I get it. We have this COVID issue going on right now, so more people are online to do stuff. There's about 550 people online, and they just can't hold the servers, and it's kind of unsettling that a game can't hold a half a thousand people to just
As
race on an
we see
online
on the
server.
as we see on the screen right now that I've got loaded up, there's 580 active racers with 113 lobbies. So the traffic's a little bit high tonight, and the servers might just be overloaded a little bit. And 704 has not planned for these extra people that are online, this extra traffic. So it's a little disheartening, and it's been affecting some of the races here with extra lag and stuff. But we're trying to fight through this pandemic just like everybody else, because here at the North American Racing League, we're not quitters. We're going to give it another go. And yes, you already heard, 704 is a small team. So, so as these guys are they're on the last lap of qualifying right here, just wrapping it up. I'll be able to get you the lineup here pretty shortly. As I don't know if any of these drivers if all of them are gonna make race number 2 or not. We're about to find out. If we had any guys decide they want to just pack it up for the night, or if we're gonna have a full field again. So official results: Ronnie Mack won the qualifying race, but that doesn't mean he's on the pole. So these guys will be back in the loading screen here shortly. Well, what I saw from the first stage was a lot of good racing. It was actually pretty clean on the restarts, surprisingly. These guys were holding their lines pretty well and made it through the treacherous turn 3 and 4 without putting each other on the wall. So
Kevin got the pole.
yeah, the racing was good. Unfortunately,
TK270 Kevin got the pole.
TK270 with pole number 2 of the night.
Any invite?
Yes, I have let our fearless Xfinity assistant, Ballistic, know that we are in need of invites here before the start of this race. As he is setting up the lobby here to try again. Good thing it's only 9:30, so we're not going to end too late. And that first stage only took about 20-25 minutes. So we're still in pretty good shape here time-wise. We appreciate everybody hanging in with us after that mishap. So thank you guys for that. Hope you guys can stay till the end of this race because it's going to be a good one. As I just got an invite from Ballistic, but I'm going to wait until I can join. Well, K-Bart, I guess we kind of answered a question here for stage number 1. These guys were able to make it on their tires, so that's not going to be an issue here in in race number 2. These guys should be able to make it through the stages just fine, and that might even help them out for stage number 3. If they might be able to stretch it and make it on one stop, but it's going to be difficult.
Yes, it will be difficult, but I do think a caution will come out. These guys are probably getting a little tired, a little anxious. Just make sure the race gets done. And I think we might see a few cautions in stage 3. I don't think we'll have to worry about. I don't even think we'll have to worry about green flag stops. So.
Yeah, no green flag. You're gonna have to worry about green flag stops, I think. So.
Looks like we're missing a few people. Looks like OG did leave for the night.
Looks like Dalton is trying to fire back up real quick his console. Let's see if he's going to be able to make it back. What a situation we had here. That hasn't happened yet here in the North American eRacing League. Us having to restart a race, so good thing that was in the rule book.
It's in the rule book for a reason. So.
Yeah. It's very rare when it happens. It happened once before, and that's how it ended up in the rule book. So this is the first time it's happened since it was instituted. We were waiting to get word to join the race. I believe we're still waiting on Dalton to join the lobby back. As it looks like OG is going to be able to hop back in as well. So we're going to be back to 14, 15 drivers here. Well, okay, Bart, is there anything that you can take from tonight? Since we are running a very long race tomorrow in the Cup cars, is there anything you can take tonight that we can use in the Cup cars tomorrow, or do these things just drive completely differently?
It's got a little bit more horsepower.
Yeah, since we're kind of just waiting here.
They're a little bit more mean. Yeah, I mean, they run basically the same. Basically, the draft works in the Cup cars as well, the same as Xfinity cars. But I think it's a little bit more. The handling is a little bit more harder as well in a Cup car compared to an Xfinity car. I don't know what your opinion is on it.
I definitely prefer the Xfinity cars. I just feel like they suit my driving style a little bit better than the Cup cars do. And I'm not expecting too much out of tomorrow night's race. I'll probably be towards the backer half of the field. But, Charlotte, I'm just looking to bag the points. I'm sitting 4th in the point standings right now. So, just looking to bag some points.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Charlotte. It's one of my favorite tracks, and but 200 laps, that's a long race, especially if we're going to have these issues. We're going to have issues like this tomorrow.
I like it too. It's just I just haven't found a rhythm there yet. I was really good there on Heat 3, but just haven't figured it out on 4. I don't know what it is. If you guys watched me in the All-Star race last week, I was towards the back most of the time. So just having me a good old time in the Scooby-Doo 32 number 32 Ford for Go Fast Racing.
Is that the car you'll be driving again tomorrow night?
I don't know yet. I haven't really decided. Don't know what I'm going to drive yet. But as we talked about tomorrow night, also some news from the real world of NASCAR this week. They have released a tentative new schedule. These guys running like 8 races in 11 days or something like that. So, what did you
Heck
take
yeah!
away? What did you take away from that schedule? Looks like we got some midweek Cup races and
I can't
Darlington
wait for
twice, and
I can't wait for real racing to be on
yeah,
TV or any kind of sport to be on TV that's live.
yeah,
I just can't wait.
yeah. They are
So,
going to be running it without fans, but
hmm
I mean,
I'm also excited because my favorite driver came out of if
yeah,
you want to put quotations around it, retirement to run for the rest of the
yeah.
season.
I
So
mean,
I'm very
yeah,
excited.
Matt Kenseth is coming back, but you can't really hear the fans of the NASCAR race on TV, anyways. So
No.
I don't think the viewing is going to be much different. But I'm definitely excited that we're going to have something to watch on TV that's live and real, and kind of excited for that. So we're still waiting on Dalton. I'm about to tell him to just fire up and go here.
Looks like he entered.
All right, as he has entered, and we're going to go here. But this is going to be interesting. Our winner of stage number 1 and pole sitter from the last race, OG Info, is going to start in the back here in race number 2 at our second attempt. So I guess we're about to find out if he can race his way back up through the field as we are able to join. Kyle, if you want to send me some more invites, since we've had these lag issues, and I'll send you a couple as well. As we are in the lobby. Blue screen for K-Bart's invites. All right, guys. Here we go. Attempt number 2 here in the North American eRacing League's Xfinity Series at Charlotte Alsco 300. Still doing 100 laps because we are restarting, we are re-racking, and we are going again. It's like nothing ever happened. Just a long practice session.
Made myself a second drink, so we're
Ooh, a
ready to
second
go.
drink. The beverages are flowing tonight, fellas. And if we got any ladies out there watching, thank you for tuning in. And here we go as my internet starts to catch up.
So we got Kevin out in the lead going into turn 3, followed by Ronnie Mack. The 2 Cup guys actually leading 1-2 here the first laps.
Yep, 2 Cup boys are 1 and 2 here in race number 2. Followed by LD Allen in 3rd. And D Sproul on the outside in 4th. I'm going to cycle all the way to the back here and see if I can't find OG.
I bet you he'll be up there in 10 laps. Stays out of trouble.
There he is. Let's see if we can't find our dominant car in stage number 1 of the previous race. Watch him try to work his way up through the field. We're going to go on board with him here.
Yeah, he's a very good racer here. I can tell this is one of his favorite tracks. And anybody in the Cup Series who needing any pointers for tomorrow night, I would be watching this tape to see how you get through traffic here.
Yep, see how much patience he's able to practice. I know he's a little heated right now after the events of the first race, and understandably so. But as we had the 18 car hit the wall. This is 0-1 is he's looking under the 19. He's looking under the 51. A little bit of contact between the 19. OG Info is going to move underneath the 51 up into about 6th place already. And just a little bit of a note, he started this race number 2 and 13th. As we are 3 wide for 2nd place, we're going to cycle back up here to the front. These guys are racing really hard. We're going to go on board here with Ronnie Mack, who's got Robster in the 89 car underneath, one of our faster cars in race number 1. Looking to quickly reestablish himself as a favorite here in our 2nd attempt. So he's going to give a little bump to the 8 car in turn number 3. The 8 car is going to move up the track just a little bit. Robster's not going to be able to get the run off the corner because Ronnie's going to choose to go with the 8 car and give him a push down the front stretch. So action is fast and furious here for position number 2. As Ronnie looks underneath Robster. Nails that corner. It's about as good as you can get through there, huh, Kyle?
Oh yeah, it is. I'm actually still back here watching OG. Actually just saw Ballistic hit the wall going 3 and 4. A little squiggly right now, just trying to get back into his rhythm right now, and OG's on his bumper right now, and OG, he's actually taking it really patiently. He's still back there in the 8th, well, last time you've been on him, and hasn't really made any ground after a few laps.
Yep, he's kind of stalled out there in about 7th, as the front 4 have kind of broken away from 5th place, LL Penn. A couple of these guys have changed their paint schemes between the 2 races. Penn was in the black and gold number 4. Now he's in the Flex Seal red number 4. Same goes for Lights Out. He was in the green number 2. Now he's in the black and blue.
There's no
Pinnacle.
rule against that. So.
No rule against it as long as he's in his assigned car.
So we got Kevin into the wall, and he came down and hit somebody in there in the grass.
The leaders are all hitting each other up in the front. Big wreck between the leaders, as Allen's going to pay the price the most out of that. He's going to fall on back. The leaders went 3 and 4 wide for 1st place, coming out of turn number 4 and through the tri-oval. Or I guess it's a quad oval here, what they call it. As Ronnie Mack and Robster are side by side for the lead. Ronnie on the low side, Robster on the high side. Ronnie's not going to be able to clear him going down the back stretch as Kevin gives a push to Robster going into turn number 3. Robster hanging tough on the high side, but it looks like Ronnie's going to be able to clear him coming off of turn number 4. He's going to take the point. Leaders fighting hard for that spot. So we are back here watching the 2 Flex Seal cars side by side for 5th place.
Yeah, OG's trying to make the pass on the high side against Penn there. He's
going to wash up. We're going to go 3 wide for 5th place with Lights Out on the bottom. Ooh, a little bit of contact between the 2 and the 4, and the 0-1's going to dive underneath both of them. Action is furious back here, about 5th place on back. As somebody's looking to make it 3 wide. Dalton, he thought better of it. He clips the apron, washes up the track in front of Ballistic. I am surprised these guys have not wrecked yet. This is crazy.
Yeah, they're still putting on a great show like the stage one in the 1st race.
Yeah, these guys are fighting hard as the 8 gives a little bit of a bumper to the 4. LD Allen moves up to 7th place with the 11 of Ballistic looking to follow him through in 8th. He clips the apron just a little bit and up into the 9 car of Dalton. as our leaders here are side by side, two deep. Nick has caught the front three, and he has taken the lead in the 51 car, our winner from last week at Road America in his first ever North American eRacing League Heat 4 race.
Yeah, he's looking pretty good on the oval right now, isn't he?
He's looking pretty good on those ovals. As we know he's good on road courses, but he's showing his mettle here in the road on the 1.5 mile oval here at Charlotte. We're going to go 3 wide for second, it looks like, as Ronnie's going to duck out of that. Heading down the backstretch, we're going to have a fight for P2. With Robster looking to take it from Kevin, and he's going to do so, with Ronnie trying to follow him through for third.
Yeah, the guys keep battling, and all of a sudden you see lights out, and OG starting to reel them in just a little by little each lap, and it's going to be a great battle for the finish here in stage one.
This is what Lights and OG love to see.
Now they've kind of sprung out in single file.
That 2 car is there, looking to capitalize. He didn't score any stage points in the first race, but he's looking to try to do it here.
They're coming to 8 to go for the stage.
8 to go here in stage number 1. As Kevin and Ronnie are again side by side, the Cup Series regulars, they're fighting hard. Maybe a little bit of preparation for tomorrow night, logging some laps here tonight in the Xfinity Series.
Well, they're getting some extra laps here, so.
Lights Out looks underneath Ronnie for 4th place. He has caught this lead pack. As Robster looks underneath Nick, might have given him a little bit of a nudge. Nick goes up the track. Kevin's going to try to take advantage. 3 wide.
Kevin's going to lose it.
Kevin hits the apron, and he is going to lose it. He's going to wash back up. Oh! As on my screen, the 98 car gets launched, and that does bring out a caution. That does not end the stage. I think we're going to have a 1 to 2 lap shootout to determine stage number 1.
Oh man, what would you do here if you're in the back? I'd be coming down and get some fresh fresh for good years and fill out with fuel. And don't pit at the end of the stage. You get that track position.
Yeah. So who's going to take strategy here? Who's going to take 4? If you pit now, you might be able to make it to the end of stage number 2. So that's something these guys could look into as well. Lots of strategy to play here at this point.
Yeah, if I'm in the top 2, I'd stay out. But it looks like everybody's going to pit here. Except for, yep, everybody's pitting. Yep.
All right, as we're going to re-rack them here. Coming to the end of stage number 1. Robster in the lead. 4 fresh tires on all these cars with about 2 laps to go. We might see some fireworks here.
Actually, it's a 1-lap shootout.
1-lap shootout to determine the stage number 1 winner. Here comes Lights Out of nowhere with a big push from OG. He's going to go underneath the 89. He's going to go underneath the Nick. There's a wreck. OG's going to get hit.
Oh.
That's going to be super frustrating for the 0-1 car.
Here comes Ballistic for 4th. Wow.
Stage number 1 is over. As a 0-1 car of OG Info worked his way all the way through the pack.
We got Lights Out, Allen, Nick, Ballistic, and Penn rounding out the top 5.
Wow, Lights Out coming through for a stage victory here. What a wild final lap there for stage number 1. As OG Info is going to have work to do again, going to have to restart from the back of the field for the 2nd straight stage. Had a rough start to this.
And we,
As
yep,
a,
and we expect to hear some pitting and some are not, since we just pitted one to go, or with one to go there at the end of the stage in stage one.
yep, as Hostium Hose looks like he has stayed out. And he's going to lead the field to green here in stage number 2. Well, here about 4 laps into stage number 2 is where all these guys lagged out the first time. So knock on a little bit of wood. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. Let's hope we make it through this stage.
Oh!
A lot of drivers checking up here. They're bottling up.
Yeah, Host got hit going into turn one there, and Robster gets spun by a young colt down in the front stretch grass.
Yeah, Robster down through the grass. That's going to end his hopes for stage number 2. We've got a wreck in the back. Looks like Nick's going to get put in the wall. With a little bit of contact from the 4 and the 9 car, Penn and Dalton. And Nick was just an innocent bystander from that. But here's Ballistic back up here in P4. So that first race wasn't a fluke. Here he is again.
No, it's not a fluke. It must be one of his favorite tracks. And he's taking it right now.
Yeah, Ballistic's looking good here tonight. He's kind of taking a peek here in the 98 car. He's going to go underneath the Hostium here in turn 3. Hostium's going to wash up the track. He's going to keep it out of the wall, though. Ballistic's going to take 3rd. Lights Out's going to take 4th, and Sproul's going to look for P5. So big mistake again from a Host, who has found turn 3 and 4 quite treacherous here this evening. So he's going to fall back to 6th, the tail end of this lead pack. Cup Series regular Kevin is out in front, followed by LD Allen.
And a little bit of riding with Ballistic lap. I'm noticing Kevin, and that, like I said, that draft is always helpful here at this track.
Draft does play a factor here. We have now got a top 4 breakaway. As the 98 car is around in turn 3 and 4.
Yeah, he's what turn you're going in, because it's different between 3 and 4.
Weird.
3 and 4 will hurt your
3 wide here in the
car.
back. Dalton, Reap, and Penn fighting real hard back here for about 8th. OG Enfa's watching all this go down. Penn's going to hit the apron in 3 and 4. He's going to wash up in front of the 90. He's going to check up the 90. And OG's going to take 2 spots in 1 corner.
That's what he needs some clearance. I'll just pick up car 1 and get back to the front. And we all a fast car. Just can't get up there.
As the field has really gotten spread out here. Our stage 1 winner, Lights Out, is hoping to run down Kevin and LD Allen as they start fighting for first. Looking to get another stage victory here tonight. So we are going to go on board here with the 8 cars. He looks into turn number 3, kind of drives in a little bit deeper than Kevin, but doesn't get into him, and he's right on his bumper as he exits 4. So going to use that draft coming down the front stretch. Looks high. He's going to try back low. No, he's going to stay high, but I don't think that's going to be the preferred line going in here.
No, it does lose a little bit in corners and come out, as Kevin does very well in the field.
Can that high line work in 1 and 2, or is that something that you can really only pull off here in 3 and 4?
Man, I'm not, and like I said, I'm not a high line. I just think the cars have enough horsepower, just somebody.
So Allen's still going to ride around here in 2nd place, loses a little bit of time here to Kevin. As they are pulling away from the 2 car and the 11 car. Trying to make the stage number 2 just about themselves. A 2-car fight. Allen's going to clip the apron just a little bit.
And that's going to hurt him. Going to get a good 3 and 4 and kind of pull them.
As it looks like the closest battle on the track here is in about 5, 6, about 7th place here with Ronnie Mack, Dalton, and OG. OG's not really coming through the pack as quick as I thought he would. I don't know if it's because these guys figured something out from the first race and carried it over into the second race, or if his car is just not right now. Maybe a little bit of damage or something.
Maybe that more helpful too. He's battling that dirt, more aero. You got to watch out at this track.
As the 9 of Dalton looks underneath Ronnie Mack. OG's watching them both fight, trying to figure out which line he's going to take. I believe he's going to follow Dalton through here on the low line here in turn number 1. That he does. He follows the 9 car, but the 9 car clips the apron. That's going to lose both of their momentum. Ronnie's going to clear him from the high side, heading down the backstretch. As our leader gets in the wall. I scroll back to Kevin just in time, and he got in the wall. That's going to open the door for the 8 of Allen. He's in the wall again. Is he lagging?
Wow.
No, looks like they've gotten it straightened back out here. The 76 of Kevin was definitely in the wall coming off of turn number 4. Cost him the lead. Coming to 5 to go here in stage number 2. Kevin looks to close back in on the 8 car after his error. Big mistake out of the 76 here tonight. Going to get right up on the bumper of the 8. He's got a peak low. Now tuck back in behind. Going to slide underneath here. Gets under the 8, side by side for the lead. Kevin's going to take the point back.
He's got a fast car here. Made one little. I know he probably got his patience and calm and got around one there for the lead.
As Allen kind of looks back underneath, he's going to give the 76 a little bit of a bump.
Fighting for this. I don't know if you see lights coming for it really quickly.
And the 8 car gets a little loose coming out of the corner, so Kevin's going to maintain the momentum from the high side. But while all this goes down, like you just said, lights out is closing in on these guys. Looking to steal a stage here in stage number 2. If these leaders make any sort of contact. Our stage 1 winner, lights out. Find lights out real quick. There he is.
There it comes go for the stage.
2 to go. Is that what I just heard? All right, coming to the end of stage number 2 here. Lights out's looking for a little bit of a draft from the 8 car to close in a little bit further. Manages to close the gap by about a car length here in turn number 3. That's 1 to go, right, Kyle?
Yep.
1 to go here in stage number 2. As the top 3 are really closing up, is the 8 car going to make a move in 3 and 4 to try to capture a stage win?
A little bit of contact.
He does. He gave the 76 a little bit of a nudge, but here comes the 2. He's going to get underneath the 8, but it's not going to be enough. The 8's going to hold on to 2nd place. Lights Out's going to take 3rd. And I believe
a good battle for light.
Yeah, I believe Ballistic's going to take 4th place here in stage number 2.
And looks like finished 5th.
Yeah, close battle for 5th. All right, well, we made it through 2 stages. The race from here is official.
It's
all right, race is official from here. In case we have any sort of mass lag out again, we're gonna run it to the end. So had some drama here tonight. Stirred up the field, stirred up the drivers, but we're gonna do a full pull here tonight. We line up here for the final stage. 53 laps to go. Robster, maybe with a little bit of strategy.
He's out, getting 13. So we'll see what happens.
Starting first here in the final stage. He is blocking the low lane. I think he's on a little bit older tires, trying to hang in there. The 8's going to give him a little bit of a bump. The 89's going to hang on.
Colt's in the wall.
Oh, the 19 car is hard in the wall in the back. One car isn't. Caution's not going to come out. These guys are getting single file here pretty quickly. Looks like the first 6 or 7 are single file. The 11's going to clip the apron just a little bit, but he hangs on to it. There's 11 cars are single file. All the way to the back of the field is where you're going to find your first side-by-side battle. As we're on board with the 0-1 car. He's in pretty good spot here. Got through a lot of the traffic there early in the restart on that stage. OG Info is in about 7th place. Drive back up through here and take the win after he feels he was probably robbed in race number 1.
Yeah, he really hasn't been up here in this second race, but he just needs to get up front, you know, make positive and be committed in making those passes and try to get up to the front.
As the 89 car surprisingly is really pulling out ahead here with a little bit of strategy. Using that to his advantage as they fight for 2nd place. He's making up a lot of time as Ronnie kind of takes a peek under the 8, but he doesn't make that move. He's going to wait for a better spot. As if you're tuned in, shoot us a comment. Who's your favorite to win this race right now? Who's going to have the best strategy and park it in victory lane? As Ronnie makes his way to 3rd, OG's going to follow him through in 4th. Kevin going to end up in 5th. Dalton in 6th, who's going to look under Kevin for 5th. Ooh, the 8 car's going to get in the wall off of turn number 2. Good job of everybody to avoid.
Well, that mess Kevin did gain 2 spots in the back and is in 3rd right now trying to gain on Ronnie.
Robster is loving to see all this fighting in the back. And I'm sure these guys in the back are just hating to see that 89 car pull away.
Yeah, I'm not sure what kind of strategy he's on right now. Don't know how old his tires are. If he'd be able to make one stop, if he can, kudos for him. Staying out up front as Ronnie does hit the apron there, and Kevin is looking low for 2nd, coming out of 4.
These guys are driving like they're in the last 10 laps here. So we've got 3 wide farther back here in the pack.
We'll see as 2nd and 3rd is single file. See if we'll be able to catch Robster as it looks like OG is fighting for 4th.
Yep, the Cup Series regulars. Our Cup Series regulars are 2 and 3. Can they work together to run down that 89 car?
Yeah, I think they can. I think they're probably talking to each other. Not sure if they're in the same party, but I think they just know their instincts of, hey, let's go catch them. So.
As the 0-1 car of OG is kind of shuffled out here on the high lane.
He is. He was right there in fourth, and he's kind of been shuffling, stuck on the high lane, and just falling backwards.
Getting freight trained by that draft. So let's go find Kevin here. See if he can run down that 89 car with a little bit of help of his Cup Series opponent, Ronnie Mack. Looks like they're making a little bit of ground on that 89.
Yeah, they are.
Much to the dismay of Robster, who's looking to pick up his first career win in the North American eRacing League here tonight. But that 76, he's in that draft now.
Yep, he's got him with Ronnie. Actually, Dalton's not that far back, and his Robster takes a little high line there coming out of 2 there. Not sure if he's tight, not sure if he's loose. Probably be a little bit loose with the older tires. As Kevin's on his back bumper going into 3, takes a high-lower approach, see if he gets a great run come out of 4.
That 76 car is there. He has run down the 89 of Robster. Let's see how patient he is trying to get around him.
I be waiting that long because I want that second group to come. And I was easily coming out of 2 and Robster for the lead.
Yep. 2 laps in a row, the 89 car is washed up coming out of turn number 2 and had to let off the gas to avoid hitting the wall. And that opened the door for Kevin. That opens the door for Ronnie, but Ronnie clips the apron. He's going to lose his momentum. He's not going to take second spot.
And that's what Kevin wants to see. Kevin wants to see Robster hold second. He wants him to battle as Kevin wants to pull away from the group and try to be committed just on a 1 tire stop. And that's another question. Do you think that they'll be able to do 1 stop?
They've been driving pretty hard here. They got 41 laps left. They got 14 left on fuel, roughly. At least Ballistic does. I'm on his stream right now, so that if he pitted the very end of his fuel window, assuming the tires make it, that'd be 26 laps left. And that is right on the edge.
Oh, and Robster gets loose off of 2 and gets Dalton. And Dalton comes down and hits the inside of the wall.
Good save by the 9 car. Loses a couple spots, but not too much time as he gathers himself back up. Robster looks underneath Ronnie Mack for position number 2. Lights out right behind these guys, and so is D-Sproul, who, like Robster,
Ronnie
is looking for his first career North American eRacing League win here tonight.
As Ronnie gets a little run out coming towards 2, and they enter 3. They're still fighting for that second position. As I said earlier, Kevin is loving this right now.
3 wide for 3rd place. Sproul gets around both of them. He clips the 2 car. That's going to cost Lights Out a bunch of time. Bunch of momentum. Maybe a little bit of damage to that 2 car. Quite the ambitious move by Sproul. See if Lights can regroup here and race his way back up through the field to get back to those guys. He's got a good car. They're fighting hard still here for second place. 3 cars right under a blanket. Robster, Ronnie, and Sproul. As the 76 car of Kevin is pulling away.
Yeah, I'll give kudos for Robster right now. If he can be able, like I said, if he's able to make it 1 stop, comes to the top 5, top 3.
Ooh, Sproul gets really loose.
Or even the win for him.
As the 18 car, Sproul got really loose coming out of turn number 4. We saw that in race number 1. Lost some time, but not any spots. She's still here in 4th place. as Kevin. Oh, the 9 car's in the wall. Sproul again looks out of turn number 4 through the grass again. Second lap in a row. Lights Out's going to get underneath. Nick's going to get to the outside. They split the 18.
Yeah, it looks like Sproul's a little bit loose coming out of 4 all the time. Needs to make that adjustment if he wants to be competitive here.
The action is fast here. As I'm trying to make a point about Kevin, he's a 2-time Cup Series winner here in the North American eRacing League, but he's looking for his first Xfinity win here tonight. For his 3rd career NARL victory. Robster and Ronnie, 2nd and 3rd, both looking for their first NARL victory. They are side by side for 2nd. Ronnie's going to use that low line in turn number 1 and 2 to his advantage. He's going to clear the 89 car rather easily. As they are still fighting hard back here. For 4th place is Hostium Hose out of nowhere in the 98 car is making himself known.
Yeah, he's in that turn 3 and 4 in the first race, first stage. Over the second stage, he's found his spot. His groove is 5 right now.
Yeah, as your internet breaks up really bad, I only got bits and pieces of that comment. But Hostium Hose was pretty good in the first race. Finished 5th in the stage that didn't count. So he's looking to pick up a solid finish here. As he's just outside the top 5 in 6th place. He's right on the playoff cutoff line, so he's looking for a good bucket of points tonight.
As we're probably coming into pit stops.
Pit stop should be happening here pretty shortly. I know the tire light's on for Ballistic, and he's got about 3 laps of fuel left. So look for these guys to start ducking into the pits, as we already have one. LL Pinn's going to be the first to hit pit road in the 4.
Yeah.
Looks like the 90 of Reap, our Truck Series regular, is going to be the second to hit pit road. So we're going to cycle back up here to Kevin, see when he makes his move. I think you got to stay out as long as you can here to get as much fuel mileage as possible.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I don't think Penn's going to be able to make it on one stop. I think he pitted way too early. Outside of 30 to go, I don't think he'll be able to make it.
Yeah, that's going to be quite the stretch for Penn to be able to make it to the end of this race. As we got the 76 car out front still. Looks like he's slowing. Nope, he's going to make another lap as 3rd place Robster hits the pits. So Robster's coming in now. Ballistic's in the pits. As we are still watching our leader, waiting for him to make his move down pit lane. As we are within 30 laps to go, they are still right on the limit of fuel. Right on the limit of tires. The 76 is coming down this time. Followed by Ronnie in the 77. So our leaders are in. Host is coming in. Nick's coming in. They're all heading in right now. Got 6, 7 of them on pit lane.
Looks like they all have the same pit strategy. Make it on one stop. Can they do it? Can they draft with each other?
Oh, as the 89 car Robster heads out of the pits,
yeah.
He's going to get up on the track a little bit early there. That's definitely frowned upon here. Yep. Came up way too early on at the track. You're supposed to maintain the apron all the way around the corner. As we are watching These guys funnel off a pit lane. Here comes the 98, the 77, the 76. They're all heading off of pits right now. As the 89 car with a lap or two fresher tires is going to overtake the 76 for the lead, but I don't know that he's going to be able to make it to the end of this race.
Yeah, it'll be a good question to see if he'll be able to make it. Or maybe Kevin will right behind him, draft with him a little bit, save a little bit of fuel, save a little bit of tires. Yep. Anything you can save right now is going to be better yourself at the end of this race.
Yeah, does that 76 car use the 89 to better himself? Or is he going to make the move for the lead? Let's go up here and find out. About a car length between the two. That car length is no more. The 76 is going to look underneath, so so much for saving. As the 89 car hits the wall.
Yeah. I'd be doing the same move what Kevin did there. He hit that wall. You don't want to follow him into that wall and get some damage.
It looked like the 76 was committed to making that move anyways, but it just conveniently helped him out that the 89 car hit the wall at the same time. So can the 76 of Kevin be able to pace himself and make it to the end? That is the question. Because he has the car to beat right now, but the strategy going to beat him.
We'll see. He was one of the last ones to pit, like Ronnie, like a few other people. Basically, if Kevin can't make it, nobody can make it if they're all single file right now.
Yep, a lot of these leaders are on the same pit strategy. Kevin, Ronnie, Lights. Right behind Lights is
Dalton.
Like Dalton. I believe they're all on the same strategy. Can one of them save or conserve better than the other ones, or are they all going to have to pit again? And if they do have to pit again, if you know you have to pit again, do you just pit early?
Yeah, everyone's all spread out right now, so odds of the caution coming out are slim to none. So yeah, I would be pitting early if your light's coming on and it's 8 to go. Man, I'd be making that stop a lot earlier than that. Flip this and get that 4 fresh good years on there to make up all the time up.
As that 89 car is hanging on to the 76, he's kind of closed back in a little bit after that mistake of hitting the wall. Closed right up on the bumper of the 76 car.
And like I said, Kevin might be, when Kevin and I, we thought Kevin might have been, better himself behind and drafting with Robster. Maybe Robster's doing the same thing, bettering himself, dropping behind Kevin. He did come down 1 lap earlier. He does have to run another lap on his fuel tank, and that means slimmer chances of making it to the end. So drafting will be a key here for Robster.
Right now, I'm watching Ballistic Stream. He is 3 laps short, so he's going to have to pit again. I don't see him saving 3 laps of fuel. It's going to be really difficult to do around here.
And I believe Robster pitted the lap after that, and everyone else pitted the lap after that.
So these guys might have to save a lap or 2 of fuel to make it to the end. Now, here brings up a good point. Kyle, I know some of these guys are on controllers. Some of these guys are on wheels. Can having a wheel help save tires? Can it help save fuel better than if you had a controller? Because I know you have driven with both. You've just recently moved to a wheel, and you've won a race on fuel mileage. So
with a wheel.
Yeah, with a whheel. So I'm assuming the wheel is a little bit better than the controller in terms of saving your stuff.
Yes. Even tire wear, just how much harder you turn in the corner compared to a controller. Controller, you turn with your throttle stick, and you basically turn away left, and then you play with it a little bit. The wheel, you have the whole wheel to play with. How much harder you turn. Harder you turn, the more wear you're going to use and overdrive and all that stuff. The wheel's a lot better, even on throttle. You can clutch. Uh, your clutch can help you save fuel a lot better when you're going with corners. You have to be smart with it, but yeah.
Now I know Kevin out front has a controller. He uses the controller as opposed to using the wheel, so he might not be able to save as good as anybody in the back who's on a wheel. I'm trying to think. I know Hostium Hose in the 98 car uses a wheel.
When did he pick? Did he come with Kevin?
I believe he came with the rest of these guys.
Okay.
Pretty sure D-Sproul is on a wheel. I think he got his fixed. He had a little bit of a connection problem with his, but I believe it's been repaired, so he's on a wheel. I'm not sure about Lights Out. I'm not sure about OG. OG's coming off the pit lane right now, so he might have already made that second pit stop.
Yeah, I think he already knew he's not going to make it. Split that session up a little bit, get some fresh tires, and make some time out. Hopefully people have to pit more, and he can just pick up some more spots.
Yeah, pitting early, get some fresh tires to try to make up that time. See if he can pull a little bit of strategy and pass these guys here late. But Hostium and Sproul, I know, are two that have wheels. I'm not sure of anybody else. I think Ronnie's on a controller. Not sure about Lights. Not sure about Robster. So we're in for a treat here with strategy. As the front two have really checked out over third and fourth. They are just in another zip code. As third and fourth might be trying to save a little bit.
We're coming to 13 to go right now.
Yeah, Ballistic is still 3 laps short. So he has not been able to save any fuel. He's going to have to pit again. There's somebody coming off a pit lane. Who is that? Coming down the back stretch. Lights is in the pits. I'm not sure who that was getting up to speed on the backstretch. Wasn't able to catch it. Young Colt's coming out of the pits. He has pit again. So a lot of these guys are going to use that strategy of pitting early. Ballistic's in the pits. Lights Out comes out of the pits in front of the 98 car of Hostium. Let's go up here to our leaders. Kevin and Robs are still out on track. They have not pitted yet.
Yeah, these guys might be in it for the long haul here.
Going to try to stretch it, but they have built a huge lead for themselves, so they got a little bit of wiggle room.
I believe this is 10 to go right here.
10 to go.
I believe.
Crunch
Ballistic
time.
pitted, so it's a little bit hard to know.
Crunch time here. The 89 car closes back up on the 76. The 76 lets the 90 go around. Reap, I believe Reap's got a little bit fresher tires, unlaps himself. Their two leaders stay out for another lap. Looks like they're going to go all the way to the end of their fuel range, maybe even try to make it to the end of the race. Robster pitted a lap before Kevin, so that should be key. That should be noted. He's going to have less fuel than the 76. '76 is wall riding right now. Right up against it, he passes the 8 car of LD Allen. That 8 car is a little bit off the pace. He might be really conserving. That 8 car is way off the pace. I think he's backed his pace way down trying to make it to the end.
Yeah, Robster looks like he's kind of backed off a little bit too. Kind of lost Kevin's draft there. Looks like Kevin starts to back off a little bit as well, maybe.
It's a cat and mouse game right now between the top two. Kevin with the advantage. Not only does he have the lead, he also has more fuel, more tires. The 89 car gets right up on his bumper though, closes big time off of turn 2. And here comes the 9 car of Dalton looking to unlap himself, I believe. Fresher tires. It's going to go around the outside of the 89. Going to go around the outside of the 76. As these leaders have backed it way down. '76 using some draft off the 9.
Robster is very, very holding it down right now. He's backed off of Kevin. He basically said, all right, if he can make it, I can't, so I have to back off.
And the 89 car is now slowly but surely losing the 76. So he backs it way down, realizing he's short on fuel. 9 car gets loose in front of Kevin, coming off of turn 2, but he saves it. Might be a little bit of a distraction for the leader to have a lap car pit right in front of him, maybe. Oh, that was close. Near miss from the 76.
So that was for the lead. Gotta have been.
As the 9... Yeah, the 9 car was in the lead for a second. I thought he had already pitted because he comes flying by the leaders. But he was not saving. He pitted. Here comes the 2 car of Lights Out. Don't know if this is for the lead or not, but the 76 has backed it way off, realizing he's got to save a bunch to make it to the end. Here comes the 2 car past the 76. The 76 is just limping at a snail's pace. Kelvin trying to play fuel here, make it to the end of the race. Can he make it? As the 2 was not for position, the 2 was unlapping himself. The 8 car will be unlapping himself. He's a lap down in 8th place. Can the 76 hang on? He opens the door for the 8, lets him by.
Jesus!
The 8 put him in the wall.
Gotta be the last stop here. Gotta be.
Here comes the 76 at a snail's pace still, trying to make it to the end. Comes the 0-1, not for position. The 0-1 is unlapping himself. The 76 car rounds turn number 4. Got 1 to go.
You think he has got enough? He's really slowing down out of 2.
That might have been the end of it. A lot of these guys are slowing down. No, I think that was the end.
Kevin's the winner!
As the 76 car didn't slow down immediately after crossing the line, but it looks like he's going to hold on, make the fuel work, and come down and win this thing. Kevin is your winner here in the Xfinity Series race at Charlotte. Host Team Hose in the 98 car finishes runner-up. He had pitted, I believe. Ronnie Mack in 3rd, D. Sproul in 4th, Dalton in 5th, Light 6th, Robster 7th, Allen in 8th, OG in 9th, and Ballistic in 10th. Rounding out your top 10. The 76 of Kevin going to pick up the win here tonight. His first career Xfinity win in the NARL. Penn 11th, Young Colt 12th, Reap 13th, and Nick in 14th position. Rounds out your field. As we are joined here by our winner this evening, our Cup Series regular dropping down in the Xfinity Series for some extra laps, TK270 Kelvin. How you feeling after that?
Dude, are we sure the race is over? Like, I'm still just... What happened?
You, sir, seem to pull out quite the fuel mileage victory there, making your stuff last all the way to the end. But it surely wasn't an upset tonight. You had a fast car throughout the race, so it's not quite an upset victory. But how'd you make your stuff last that long and creep across the line like a turtle?
Well, I honestly have no idea, but big shout out to Avenged and Draven for making a amazing kind of fuel mileage strategy. They had us cracking the throttle about 50% the way as soon as Dalton came by and passed for the lead. And then as soon as Dalton went down, he told me, it's like, all right, well, time to go. And then once I kept a close eye on like how close Robster was, because he ended up hitting like, what was it, 1 or 2 laps before what everybody else did.
Yep.
And it just worked out. Like, big shout outs to those guys, because holy crap, I would have not been able to do that without them.
Yeah, that is your first career North American eRacing League Xfinity win to go along with your 2 career Cup wins. So congratulations on that tonight. With me in the booth, I've got one of your best buds. I got K-Bart with me. K-Bart, what kind of question you got for our winner tonight?
Hey, man, congrats.
Thank you.
So after I won my Dover race on the same thing how you did it, I didn't give you no hints. You know, we're pretty good friends on this.
No, you really didn't.
I don't know how you did it. How'd you do it on the controller?
My hands hurt. I'll tell you one thing for sure. Mostly the thumbs, but what else is new? I honestly have no clue, because at first I was gonna end up trying to do a much tighter preset, but I was told that, like, yeah, nah, man, you don't want a tight car on an Xfinity car. This ain't Cup car, where it's freaking loose almost every time. You want a loose car, so I had my hands full tonight trying to keep that thing from either getting loose in the center, left rear adjustment helped with that, and yeah, it's car barely even got loose off the corner every once in a while, besides stage 1, of course, but...
Did you learn anything from tonight's race for tomorrow's Cup race for 200 laps?
Oh, God, no. All this stuff that I learned today, just might as well throw it out the window, because it's a completely different car.
All right, well, I guess that brings me to my next question. With the win that you picked up here tonight, does that kind of raise your confidence heading into tomorrow? Maybe lighten your spirits a little bit, thinking you gonna maybe lead to a more competitive car tomorrow?
Oh, well, one of the main reasons why I wanted to run this race is because, like, hey, it's Charlotte, dude. Like, it's your track. You should probably run this. And it just goes to show you that, like, it's one of my favorite tracks, and I always have a good car here until bad things happen. But
all right, well, congratulations on your 3rd career North American eRacing League win here tonight. Before we let you hop out of here and practice up for the Cup race tomorrow, is there anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Oh man, gotta give a big shout out to the crew chief and spotter, Avenged Fail. He big help with that final segment there. Same with Draven and Host and all them, trying to make sure that TGR finished 1-2. Also a TJR win, going to a 1-2 finish. That's something that's been interesting. Um, shout out to you guys for doing all the broadcasts and all that stuff. Can't wait to listen into the race tonight as I fall asleep.
Which race? The first one or second one?
Both of them.
Damn, you're right. You know how upset I am that. Oh God, I hated that. But anyway, shout out to all the guys in the race tonight. They raced relatively pretty clean. Only I think one caution throughout the entire race, and that was stage one, caused by me because I got loose and tried to save it, and yada yada yada. Here we are. Ignore what I just said. Hello. But yeah, big shout out to those guys and everybody here at NARL and TGR, and here we are.
All right. Well, your winner tonight, TK270 Kelvin, his first win in Season 2 of the NARL. Congratulations again. As we are going to interview the runner-up here, Hostium Hose, who just joined our party, your TJR teammate. Hostium, how you feeling after your P2 run tonight?
Pretty good. Wish I could have gotten a win, but you know.
Quiet.
It's always good to be
quiet.
the first loser, I guess.
All right. Well, you've closed in a little bit on the playoff line. I haven't done the points yet, but after our P2 run, you should be closer to that. And another TJR 1-2 finish this season, backing up the Talladega run. How you feeling after that? I mean, it was quite the eventful night for you.
Yeah. You know, the first race didn't go exactly to plan. You know, turn 3, lag out of a race, and kind of just think, well, and oh well, I guess. You know, it's over. You did good in stage 1. You got a top 5, but whatever.
Yeah, it
Till
looked
I
like
found out we were gonna get a.
Looks like the
second
turn
race,
3
but-
apron turned out to be your kryptonite here tonight. I saw you clip that thing a few times. Is there any adjustments that you made to your car to be able to make it better?
Go faster.
All right. Well, you heard it from your runner-up here tonight. He made his car go faster, and that's how he got second place. So joining me in the booth tonight, I got the Cup Series Commissioner, K. Bart. What kind of question you got for our runner-up Hostium tonight?
Yeah, if you go back to the first race, man, we talked a lot of not crap, but we talked about you badly just because how much you were hitting the wall. Stage 1, you hit the wall a few times, and all of a sudden, in stage 3, we're like, Gator's like, Host is in the top 5. I'm like, what? So yeah, instead of going faster, how'd you make that car better? Did you just need more practice laps, and you just got lucky that hey, we're rerunning this race?
I didn't do any practice laps before this race, but I don't know how it looked on your guys' broadcast, but a couple of those were my fault. I mean, most of them were, but a couple weren't. But for the most part, I was able to keep it off the wall without any damage, and that actually helped. I mean, I would get Kyle Larson close, but I wouldn't actually hit it. You say who? You know who Kyle Larson is.
Who's that?
Well, let's not go there. Let's not get off topic with that kind of stuff. Let's move on from that topic. Well, Hostium, congratulations on your runner-up finish tonight. You're really starting to come on strong here in the second half of the regular season, picking up a win, picking up a second place, right on the playoff cut line there. So congratulations on that. Is there anybody you want to shout out before we let you get out of here?
I want to shout out TJR for giving me a great ride. You know, Fords, they have great fuel efficiency, apparently. And I want to shout out Draven, my crew chief, because he really kept me calm during that race, even though I wanted to rip off some heads. But
All right. Well, you heard it there. Hostium Hose, runner-up finisher tonight. Congratulations. Go get you a little bit of snow runner in before you go to bed.
I plan on it.
All right. As we go to wrap up here tonight, myself, K. Bart, and the rest of the Cup field, we are going to tackle Charlotte tomorrow night. 200 laps. It's going to be a long one. So make sure you guys check us out tonight in the Cup Series at Charlotte. Tuesday night, the Truck Series is getting a little bit of a curveball thrown at them. They're going to do a little bit of dirt racing at Eldora. So that is going to be a can't-miss race. Truck Series at Eldora on Tuesday, and next time you see the Xfinity cars is going to be on Wednesday, this Wednesday, and they're going to be at Mid-Ohio. So another road course for these guys. Make sure to tune in for that. And yours truly, Gator Mike, hint, hint, may or may not make an appearance in the Xfinity Series for that race. So check us out. That's the upcoming schedule. Charlotte for Cup, Eldora for Trucks, and Mid-Ohio for Xfinity the next 3 nights. So, Kyle, before we sign off out of here tonight, is there anything that you want to get off your mind? Anything you saw tonight? Anything you're excited for upcoming? What you got?
Well, it was a great race in both races, especially the first stage in the first race, the first stage in the second race. That was hard to say. Those are really good battles. I like how the Xfinity Series is coming. We both got to watch them a lot this year, and they progressively just keep getting better and better. Different experienced tracks, different experienced drivers are in this field, and they're getting more experience just by other Cup drivers coming down, and just more experience racing around each other and how they drive and how well they drive around each other. I'm excited to see a little bit of road coursing on Wednesday against with these guys. I don't know if Gator Mike, he probably will be racing, most likely. I don't know if I'll be the color guy or I'll be the background guy, but we'll see what happens on Wednesday. But tune in to find out tomorrow night's race. It will start at 8:45 normal time. Everybody can't make the earlier race when we want to start, so I just want to give that a shout out if everybody watching. So 8:45, 200 laps tomorrow. Grab some popcorn, grab a couple drinks. Make sure you hit the restroom before. And yeah, it's going to be a long one.
All right. Well, from everybody here at the North American eRacing League to all of our viewers and fans watching, we thank you guys for tuning in tonight. We apologize for the server glitch that cost us about 20 minutes and had to restart this race according to the rule book. So we apologize for that, but we still were able to get a really good race in tonight for you guys. So we hope you enjoyed the commentary, the broadcast tonight. We hope you enjoyed the racing. And make sure to tune in tomorrow night as Cup goes to Charlotte for the 600. All right, guys. Thank you to all my gnarly ones out there. You guys have a good night.